What's up, everyone? My name is Ajaaya. This is the name of my YouTube channel, also my TikTok, also my Instagram. And you can also follow my Facebook business page of the same name. I have a website, ajaaya.com, and I also have a shop here where you can purchase t-shirts, hoodies, crop tops, tank tops. Two designs so far, one feminine Christ and the other one fall into the hole. Okay. Oh, and also you can also purchase my Avatar in the City deck as well. Before we get started with the readings, I'm going to open up this package because I am sponsoring this company called Shijat. Okay. All right. So we have it's called Shili Jat. Okay. This is a Nutra honey. It's raw honey mixed with ionic trace minerals, and it's 100% Shilajit resins. And so the website is naturalshilajitresin.com. Okay. And you can use my promo code down at the bottom. This is my first time opening this. You can put this in your tea. Okay, you can put this in your tea. You can put this in water. It dissolves. And next time I talk about this, because I'm supposed to talk about it twice a month, I'll demonstrate. How many comes in here though? Let me see. 7 honey, raw honey resins. Okay. The other thing they sent me is the natural Shilajit. Okay, is a naturally occurring substance found in the high Altai Mountains. It's a product of gradual microbial decomposition of some plants for centuries. Okay, so this black tar-like substance contains several minerals in ionic form, also great source of fulvic and humic acid. So you would dissolve in warm water, tea, or almond milk and drink. They recommend starting with a pea-sized portion 1 to 3 times a day for general well-being. And if you are pregnant or nursing or under a doctor's care, consult your physician before taking this or any other supplement. So this is a supplement from the Altai Mountains. All right. So the website is Natural Shilajit. I'm going to get to the reading, but I have a sponsor that I'm. All right. So this is what it looks like when I open the box. Natural Shilajit resin is what this is. Okay. Here's the packaging here. Let me open it. I've never used anything like this before. And y'all know I live on a homestead now. And I'm always outside, I'm always working. I could stand to have more energy, more nutrients. A lot of times I don't know what to eat. I don't feel like eating. When you're working all day like that, you don't feel like having something heavy on your stomach like that. All right, so here it is. How do I? It's real resiny. That's what it's giving. I'm not a good judge of how this tastes because I've been making incense all night and all day, so my fingers probably taste like a bunch of herbs. So I'll see how this go. They say to try in hot water with 2 tablespoons of ghee, 2 tablespoons of honey. They give you a Ayurvedic Shilajit formula here, like recipe of a drink you can make with it. That's cool. That's that. Okay. Promo in the description. Now I can tell the girls I did it when we meet up. Cool. Can't wait to try it. Oh, it also comes like with a catalog of all of their products and stuff as well. So it's very thorough. Very, very thorough here. Okay. And maybe next time I'll read a little bit of that. See some chickens running by. Let's get into the reading. We're going to start with the bones here. And what's our timestamp right now? 6:58. I'll do 6:55 or something like that. All right. So if your blocked energy could speak about your love life, what would it say? Let's get into your bones. What would your bones say? I love that. I love that. Let's get into it. I'm excited for this. If your stuck energy could speak through your bones, what would they say about your love life? And I'll run that back one more time so you can choose what pile may resonate with you. If your bones, if your stuck energy could speak through your bones, this is pile number 1. Okay. Let's see. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on this live. And thank you to everyone that joins me back and watches this back later. I appreciate you for being here. So, we have my avatar in the city deck here. If your bones could speak about your love life, aim and focus. Wow, what's coming to me? I just got a psychic hit. You know something in your bones. You know something deep within your bones. Like like this aim and focus card, you know, what is right for you? Like what energy and love you should focus. It's like you know your soulmate when you see it. You know who you're supposed when you see this person, because what I'm picking up is that you haven't seen this person yet. You haven't met this person yet. Okay, and you've been wanting to, or you've been feeling the call, like your soulmate is being called to you. You're being called to them, and you're like looking out for them, like when you're out in the world, or it's in your bones. It's like, okay, your inner guidance system is like, beep, 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 like calling out for your soulmate, right? And you're going to know it when you see it because it has to do with your frequency and what you've been focused on. It's like this reminds me of like a ace of swords type energy. That's like you know that you know that you know, and your frequency is calling out for your soulmate. You'll know it. You'll feel it in your bones. It's basically what I'm saying. Sensations of autumn. Again, a card about sensation, energy about sensation. Sensations of autumn. This is giving that, okay, there might be a past karmic still in your energy, right? That you haven't let go of. Um, and when you stop putting your energy in that direction or obsessing, ruminating about something that you're supposed to let go of, then your energy will be linked to your new love life, your dragon bay. Okay, I'm getting here that you like bad guys or bad girls. And yet, and it's because it makes you feel safe. You know, you want someone with an edge. You want someone with spiritual deep wisdom and knowledge. Maybe they don't even know that they're a mystic or that, it just comes naturally to them. And it's a rebellious type energy, it looks like you are attracted to. And it's not saying that that's a good thing or a bad thing. You know, let's see. Let's get clarification. Let's get, because I consider Jesus Christ a rebel, a rebellious type energy. Like anybody that takes spirituality and flips it on its head, like, and doesn't allow for society or religion to dictate what religion is or looks like or spirituality is or looks like to them, is considered rebellious, even though they're not. They're following their heart. So I would like clarification. These two cards come out. Sing your cosmic song, and then the Wheel of Fortune. If your bones could speak about your love life, what would they say? Okay. It's like the more you're yourself, the more you choose your own voice, the more you love the sound of your own voice. And then we hear the roosters cock-a-doodle-doo. It's like, it looks like you have a personality here that maybe, because this Wheel of Fortune's coming out reverse. Okay, so as what I'm picking up is that as you're dating, you used to hold back who you are so that you can be more demure, cutesy, or whatever, quote unquote ladylike, or act like a man or whatever. But this reading is saying with this Dragon Bay is that your true person is like you. They are a feminine Christ or a masculine. There's no masculine Christ. Christ is assumed to be uh, masculine, which is why we put the feminine there as well, because Mary Magdalene was very much so overlooked in her day. And it was also for her protection so that people wouldn't kill her before it was time for her to transition, right? Because she still had a ministry. Okay. So it looks like you don't have to change a damn thing about yourself. The idea, that idea needs to be uh, gotten rid of ASAP. And it looks like your past person or past relationships made you feel like you did, and maybe that's an energy you're used to, and you're having a hard time like letting go of that idea that maybe I should, change my hair instead of having colors in my hair, or lose weight, or be more proper, or sit with my legs crossed instead of sitting like a dude, or whatever. It's like whatever has been said about you in your energy and your rebellion against type, how you are. The spirit realm is like, start singing your cosmic song. Let your peacock feathers, like, start liking yourself, basically. Like yourself as much as you possibly can. And then when your soulmate shows up and they like you for you and your energy just the way you are in your bones, you will know it. You won't even have to question it. Okay? So anybody in your aura right now that, it feels off, you don't know it in your bones. And so that's how you know that, because if you chose this pile, I'm assuming that you get those type of hits in your energy. Like, some people know when something is about to happen by how their bones feel, you know. Interesting. This day. Let's get some more clarification, Spirit, about if their bones could speak. What would it say about their love life? Let's get some more clarification, please. Ooh, yeah. I knew it. This reading's basically just about over because it's going to keep saying the same thing over and over again. So we have the Judge here. It came out reversed, and then we have Loss, and then we have House reverse. You're somebody that may not feel comfortable in your own skin. This is your next phase of you working on that for yourself, not for your love life, but your love life starts with you. Okay? So if you're attracting people who judge you for who you are, and you always feeling like you have to stand up for your rights to be who you are, you don't want to live like that. Like, you don't want to be in a relationship with people who you feel like are bullying you, or who you feel like they bring out that side of you that makes you feel uncomfortable in your own skin, because nobody feels comfortable like constantly having to be on guard and be defensive or whatever. And this is an energy of energetically vampirism a little bit, and also just a belief. Well, the first thing I heard with this Lost card is like a belief in lack, like there's not enough people on earth to go around that will love you for you, so you have to be like somebody else in order for you to get this is we talk about this on this channel, this thing about getting. You don't need to get, you need to be in the energy of I am, because that's the only way that it will show up for you. If you know that you already are, that you already have, that you already am it. So I already am the lover that I want to be. And what's the lover you want to be? Comfortable in your own skin, happy with yourself, expressing joy, okay with being yourself, being interdependent, not codependent, being able to come and go as you please. Feeling that energy, we know what we would want to be with, and oftentimes we skip out on the part with, how do I feel in my bones? Am I pleasant to be around when I'm just sitting here with myself? And if not, start getting comfortable with yourself. Like, even if there's some things that you truly do want to change, that doesn't mean you have to like criticize, berate, belittle, and put yourself down. It's like, I could refine my legs a bit more. Let me see how I can gently get into loving myself in that way. Like, what will be the right move for me? Let me try some yoga. Let me try some Pilates, and do it with love, and understanding that it's a process, and that, with love, compassion, and understanding towards yourself, because that's what type of partner you want. Even though you are attracted to quote unquote bad boys or bad girls or whatever, you don't have to have a relationship that makes you feel judged. But the first step is to not judge yourself from the past people you have chosen. It's like, it's like, duh, like, why did I choose this person? Why did I put up with this? Da, da, da. We can, like, when we come to a realization of something, we kind of get stuck um, ruminating on how we should have been or what we should have known or whatever. And it's okay. It's okay. Choose yourself now. Be kind to yourself today. And all is well. I hope you enjoy this message. The next we have up is the tongue. What is on the tip of your tongue when it comes to your love life? This is going to be fun. If your stuck energy could speak through your tongue, that's so many layers to that. You know, a lot of times I just follow like my most spontaneous intuition when I do anything really, like these readings and stuff. And so it just, if it comes to me, I go with it. That's how I do my readings and stuff. And I don't know whether or not it's accurate, but I have found that when I go with it and not fight it and not second guess it, it reaches who it's supposed to reach, how it's supposed to be reached. So the layers that are coming to me now when we talk about the tongue, if your stuck energy could speak through your tongue, through taste, through your voice, like what would it say? I'm interested to know. This is pile number 2. What would it say about your love life? What would your tongue say about your love life? What would your tongue say about your love life? Your taste buds. Ooh, your flavor. What type of flavor? Interesting. What type of things would your tongue say about your love life? What would your tongue? Well, just one more. What would your tongue say about you? Thank you. Okay, this is going to be about your voice here and how you use it. The fun police reversed. Be authentic reversed. And bathing in the cosmic waters. Okay, it looks like you need to not let people know what you want when you're dating them. Like, don't give away the tea of exactly the type of person you want to be with. It gives people the opportunity to pretend. So this is energy of pretending. Maybe you've been faked out before in love, where people have shown up like they are who you want them to be, and unbeknownst to you, you gave them the keys and the information on how to do that in the past. And there's a cleansing here of your palate that needs to happen. Maybe you pay more attention to your energy as far as like what's resonating with you, because what I'm seeing here is a mask. People put a mask on with you because even if you don't realize it, you might be wearing a mask. And sometimes our masks are like, I'm sorry, my voice is raspy because I've been smoking. Um, Sometimes our masks are a second skin and we don't realize that we're doing it. Because the first thing that came to me when I saw that the fun police reverse and the be authentic reversed is that you don't speak too highly of yourself, even. It's like, or you um don't present don't present to others who you truly are. Like, you wear a mask, and that needs to be cleansed out of your energy, like ASAP. In order for you to be with your true love, you have to be your own true love first. And I know people get tired of hearing that, But it's really the most important thing. And if you only get that right in life, then you are successful, because that is the energy of abundance and success. Like when you love yourself, that is the biggest victory. Okay. And you're sending off a signal that you're available, ready, willing, are lovable, are loving. You know what I'm saying? It's the everything. It's like I am everything, and it's not an arrogant and a boastful thing, because you don't have to say it. You wear it on your aura. It's a stillness and quiet in your energy. Because here, I'm also hearing there's a lot of gossip. It's like when people aren't secure in their identity, there's just a need to overcompensate all the time. And you could, and what I heard when I first saw these cards as well is that you get pulled into a lot of this energies. This isn't necessarily you. It's not you. But the reason why you need to cleanse is because what I'm hearing is that you allow these energies to come around you, um, maybe out of needing to be nice or whatever. And that doesn't really work in love. Being nice doesn't really get anyone anything they want in a love affair or in a um, marriage or in whatever. It does not. And let me tell you why. Because what gets the pheromones going is somebody that's bold enough and brave enough to not give a fuck about what anybody thinks or has to say about them. That they're willing to risk it all for themselves. See, that's why that's the only way you're going to have. And I'm also hearing that this is a time for you to have multiple suitors, to have choices, right? It's not yet time for you to pick the one yet, okay? But you are to date. You are to date, and you are to multi-date, and you are to feel sexy, feel good, right? So this advice is for those who are in that space. If you're not, this is not for you. Sorry. And maybe another pile might be. But yeah, you need to cleanse your palate, your taste buds, and even you can ask yourself, why am I attracted to this type of flavor? Why is this flavor appealing to me? Is this the type of taste I have? Because we're speaking on the tongue here. If your tongue could speak about your love life, your stuck energies in your love life, what would it say? And you need to ask yourself, what is it that I want? What is the flavor for me? What is the correct flavor? And you need to try different things. This is why you need to multi-date. Because if you've been wearing a mask along with the people you've been dating, you might feel like you have lost yourself in these past relationships. Um, people that have been with you have lost themselves. It's like and so you may not even really know. You're finding yourself. You're finding yourself. You're being more honest about when something is bothering you. Because the thing about, or when you like something, because the thing about life is that everything's an experiment. And so the reason why we show up and feel like we have to fake it is because we have this wrong assumption that we should have it all figured out and that everything should be in a tight, nicely wrapped bow. But if you're living like that, you're not being spontaneous. You don't feel your life force energy. You don't feel happy. You don't feel abundant. You feel controlled. Okay? So, what's causing you, or what stuck energies are within you that are telling you in your subconscious mind that in order for you to be loved, you got to be fake, or that you require someone to be fake in order to be with you in your subconscious mind. People had to pretend. Okay. Also, there's an energy of this like um, higher than thou type energy to where you don't allow yourself to be human. And that's why people may feel like they have to be fake in order to get to you. It's like, well, I have to pretend like I'm, the purest person in the whole world in order to be with this person, because or else they're going to reject me. And that's self-rejection as well. There's no such thing as perfect. God made us the way we are to experience being human through us. And until we surrender to that, then we're going to feel uncomfortable in our body. You can't make creation how you want it to be. And I'm going to be vulnerable. Like, as a star-seated being or whatever, an avatar, I've had a hard time being okay with like bodily functions and being a human. It's just all very like grotesque to me. It has been. And rudimentary. It's just like not refined. Okay. And I know that sounds weird, but that's been my experience, where I'm just kind of like with everything, like, ugh, I don't want to be involved. I want to be like a cone head and like kiss touching heads. Like, I don't want to touch. I know that's very much so neurodivergent. Okay. Very much so on the spectrum. Fine. Whatever you want to call it. Star seed on the spectrum, same difference to me. Um, yeah. Okay, so you might be used to another frequency, being in another dimension. You're an earth angel, and being human or is something that hasn't really sat well. You haven't maybe you haven't liked the choices that spirit sends to you. You don't like none of them. You know, you would like for everything to be returned to senders, like, and nothing's good enough for you. That's the perfection is, and that's the energy when people come to you. They're like, man, I gotta be Jesus Christ himself in order to be with her. Kind of, yeah. And so the problem is, though, is that you're still very much so on a journey in processing and learning, and you can let down your guard a bit more for yourself so that you can learn to enjoy being human. Try some other flavors if you don't like the ones that have been presented to you. Um, and learn not to beat yourself up about it. I didn't even draw any clarification cards, so I'm gonna do that right quick because it's just like layers to this that keep popping up. All right. Main character energy, but it came out reversed and this is under the fun police reverse. And then we have pleasures you like, see? And then clotting the wound. Can't make this up. All right. Bathing in the cosmic waters here, and then clotting the wound. All right. So these are strawberry and cream mushrooms that the chemicals in this mushroom are used to clot wounds. That's why I call it that. The criticism, the subconscious criticism that you endure, not enjoying being a human, not enjoying being in your body, not enjoying any relationship, not enjoying, like, nothing's ever satisfying, fulfilling, good enough. In the present moment, you always want something. It's like, no, 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 no. And it's just kind of like, you're going to have to allow yourself to just start small. Okay? Everybody wants a big love story, a happy ending. You deserve it. While you're on your way there, everything has to be a romance for you. You have to make your life romantic. It's really up to you. So here we have the sacral chakra, pleasures you like, okay? Pleasures you like. Let's start off with interior design. What colors do you want around you? Okay, let's go even more. Let's pick a room. Let's pick the bedroom. What color? What color candles? The scent. What color lingerie do you wear every day? How do you want to feel in your skin? And do you want to feel sexy? I always recommend that you buy yourself lingerie and you wear it underneath your regular clothes, even if you don't have a man or a woman or whatever, like make yourself feel sexy with or without being involved with someone, because that's how the fuck you want to feel. Like when you look in the mirror, do you turn yourself on? Like turn yourself on. This main character energy reverse and the fun police reverse. Wow. It's giving that you don't feel like you're deserving to be the main character in your life. So you don't allow yourself to have the things that you like, because be authentic, reverse, and pleasures you like here. This is where I'm getting this from. You won't allow, what you like actually, because as I was saying these things, I heard somebody say, I already know, I know what candles and smells and flavors and all this I like. Okay, good. Okay, but you're missing out on some type form of intimacy with yourself though. Do you allow yourself to enjoy it? Seriously. And then when you get used to something, do you change it up? Do you pay attention to yourself that way? Do you? You have to, because then you won't be able to communicate it with others if you don't. Like if you don't allow yourself to be spontaneous and for things to rise and fall and basically for yourself to be human and be fickle, right? Because you're aiming to be perfection, the perfect woman for someone, right? You want to be. It's like the flavor on the tip of your tongue is you want to be everyone's flavor. Like that Ariana Grande song where she says, "Oh, the boy is mine." No, 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 no. Does she say I? No, that's yes, and where she says, "Oh, in case you haven't noticed, I'm everybody's type." See, you're aiming to be like everybody's type for some type of ego gratification because of a fear of not being lovable. So you try to appeal to the masses and be the flavor of the, and maybe you actually really are that. But at the same time, you're blending in, you're not standing out, even in your own personal life within yourself. And your tongue is longing to taste the flavors that you actually like, and they may be new to you. Or what's coming to me is like when I first started going through my awakening journey, I realized that all my favorite things were because my mom liked it. And I like, when I figured that out, I went to the grocery store and I tried different ice creams because my favorite was butter pecan because it was my mom's, right? And I learned that my favorite is pistachio, but that's not my favorite anymore. Now my favorite is matcha. It's like you have to allow yourself to be open, more open, because somehow you become kind of stale, a stale version of maybe like a past version of you, and it needs an update. So we're gonna close out here with these last clarifications. This has been so fun. I really love this, actually. And in case you guys are wondering what I've been smoking, I found these rose petal, this is not sponsored. I found these rose petal wrapping paper, and I wanted to smoke them with some blue lotus flowers. And one of the girls here on the homestead had a smoking blend with blue lotus flowers in them. So that's what I've been smoking. I want straight up rose blue lotus flowers though. because nothing does it for me like Blue Lotus flowers when it comes to like how they make me feel so present. Let's do this last row here and wrap this up. Okay, so we have visit, love. I like this so far. Message. This opens up a can of worms. My God. This is a reading with so many layers here. Visit, love, message. This is very specific. Visit, love, message. Visit, love, message. All right, what I'm getting here, it would be healing for you to call up one of your exes and ask them what it was like being with you. It's like you really need to get the message here about how you really show up in relationship. And I know this sounds scary, but I've done this with all of my exes. Like when all the dust settles or whatever, I ask real questions about how I made them feel, and so that I could be better for my next relationship, because I can have a lot of this, a lot of this energy as well, to where I come across like I think I'm perfect or something. Um because I have a lot of emotional maturity and can nobody really tell me nothing, and I think I know everything. Like, I'm repeating what other people have said they have felt about me, right? And so this visit love message is like just really get into the idea that perfection isn't needed. You're great. But what will make you a better catch, easier to live with for yourself, and for you to enjoy your relationships more, is if you could learn to be comfortable in your own skin as a human being, allow yourself to change, allow yourself to argue, allow yourself to fart, allow yourself to have a weird sense of humor. Like, don't always cover up your true personality, the things you actually like. Let your hidden talents show. It's like, I can bark like a dog. Like, I challenge you, the next time you go out on a date, like, be silly, be goofy, because everybody does like the perfect blend of you know what a feminine energy would be like, and a lot of us have been groomed to be that. You know, we're come across as refined, but does that let anybody know who you are? Are you having a good time? It's okay to say sometimes, but like, I'm talking about deep down inside. This is an opportunity to expand your joy. Okay, thank you so much, pile 2. We're going to move on to pile 3, 44, 32. Let's see what pile 3 is. We have sound. Sound, and that, what's so funny? I was, so in pile number 3, I wanted it to be like someone dancing to music in their home. The sound, your ears. Pile number 3. Pile number 3, sound. Let's get into it. If your stuck energy could speak through sound, that's very loaded. What would they say? It's very loaded because of everything that sound touches within us. It's like the receptors, like you can study sound for years and years and how it impacts us. I'm actually thinking about smell, scent. I'm sorry. But sound as well. You can't touch it, but it's the most impactful sound. Let's see what happens when we do this reading. Because I can't see where this is going to go, maybe. Sound. We already have all the clarifiers as well. They just all just kind of came out. We have main character energy here. We have daughters of Isis. Wow. We have the throat chakra. This is about your love life now. All right. We have a rainbow tightrope. So let me do the first row first. If your stuck energy could speak through sound, what would it say about your love life? Main character energy, daughters of Isis, and the throat chakra. Reversed. It would say you're used to being put on a pedestal and getting your way. And you don't even really have to say anything about it. Also, your throat chakra, your self-expression, it's like because you're used to people. One second, guys. Thank you guys for your patience. Somebody was at my door. Yeah, you're used to being the main character, being considered sexy. You're a very sensuous, curvy woman or very attractive male. Now, if this we're talking about a man for real, my social shaman card will show up. So this is a woman, okay? This is most likely for a feminine woman energy. And you're fine. You're sexy. You're desirable. And you're used to people focusing on that. That's not a bad thing. But people don't love you for you. This is what I'm picking up. People don't, it's kind of like you're so beautiful, or maybe even just a powerful feminine goddess embodied, right? And so attractive that people don't listen to your voice. They're not interested in hearing your voice a lot of times, and people are jealous of you. You just get a lot of reactions to you that make you feel like alone. I'm not seeing though that you feel bad about that in essence. Yet you would love for people to allow you to be all of who you are instead of just a part of it. You like that would be great, you know. Of course, though, as we move forward in these energies, looking ahead here, Spirit wants you to be confident in yourself. You don't need other people's permission to be all of who you are, to be fine and smart and creative. You can be all of that. You are all of that. Don't let anyone take your voice away. Kind of like being a trophy wife type energy. Maybe in the past, that's what you have been, or you are that. I'm picking up. You're like used to being you're put on a pedestal. You could already be involved with your soulmate, or um engaged, or because I'm picking up you already have suitors, and if you don't, you do. Everybody wants to be with you. Everybody wants to be with you. People fall in love with you because of the energy, your confidence, your sexuality. You own it. Yet what people don't know is that you're not expressing your full self. Okay. Rainbow tightrope reversed underneath the main character energy. Now that I need clarification for, because what could you possibly need to change about being in your main character energy? I don't know. Because the rainbow tightrope energy is about you staying on the straight and narrow and kind of focusing on your healing path, your healing journey, even when it is difficult, but knowing that when it's all for the divine good, for you to do and have integrity in your healing process. Stay focused, stay disciplined type energy. Jealousy. That's what I was picking up. Okay. Jealousy. Jealousy. Okay, so this is interesting. Give me 1 second. I want to say this correctly. Jealousy is coming out reversed. You have an inner fear of people being jealous of you and what you're able to attract because of your powerful energy. Is like you're the type of a woman or man that can have whoever they want, and you can go for the gold if you want to. It's just you just got it like that, and people are jealous of that, and you hold your energy back just so that you don't hurt other people. Okay. um Spirit saying stop doing that. Them people like uh like like okay, I want you to look at yourself like a beautiful flower, like a beautiful rose, or like a rose garden. Like listen to Minnie Riperton. Come into my garden. Like you're here to be a beautiful, angelic butterfly goddess, spreading her wings and just being beauty, right? And when people look at you, they think they're going to get some, or they're after getting some, or whatever. And they get closer. You like smell a little closer, smell a little closer, closer, closer. And you end up transforming their ass, right? You're powerful. It's not what it seems, it's not what it looks like. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna share. I'm gonna be vulnerable. Ugh, I don't talk about my ex fiance like ever, like never. Like y'all don't know. Y'all probably don't know that I have an ex fiance because I don't talk about him. But I'm gonna share something with you. Because this is kind of reminding me of me back then. All right. When I met him, I was at the beginning stages of my awakening process, and he was very advanced spiritually. He wasn't Hotep. He was some other. things, okay? But anyway, I was very used to being like a trophy wife, Stepford wife type energy. And he caught on to that and he was like, "You're perfect at being domestic. Like you're making me fat." And he was a martial artist and stuff, and like a Thai yoga boxer and a capoeira master and all this, right? And he wasn't trying to get fat and stuff. I had to learn how to cook vegan and vegetarian food for him and all this. But he was like, "You're perfect at that. That's not why you're here, though. I want you to stop standing around like you're a bimbo, like you don't know anything, like you don't know who you are, like you're not a goddess, because you are a goddess. You're more of a goddess than all these other women out here that claim being a goddess, and you don't even say that you're a goddess. I want you to start living in your purpose." And so then he started introducing me. He's like, "This is Aya. She's a singer. She's a dancer. She writes. She sings opera. She sings R&B. She is a graphic designer. She's a photographer." And I'll be like, God, I just felt vulnerable. I was like, I grew up feeling like that. That was arrogant um to embody your confidence all the way. And so I would just always like take a sit back. I let him shine or whatever. Mm, But no, he would be like, He brought me into his world, his network. He was in the music industry. Not he wasn't in the music industry, but he was around it because that's how he made money. Um, and so I got clients because he started introducing me to people. And also, um, it built my confidence. He taught me the game. Like he built my confidence in a way where I know now that I can sell water to a camel. Like he taught me how to build a business from scratch. He pushed me. He really pushed me because I was so shy. I was so scared. And this is what I'm seeing here as well. It's like, um, you need more of you and not just to make other people shine. Like you don't have to always use your beauty, your gifts, your divine feminine energy, your Christ consciousness, your feminine Christ energy to help other people shine all the time. It's for your enjoyment and just for your pleasure. And it is for your journey. It's like, who knows where all of you being all of you and you accepting yourself, your voice will take you and who you're actually supposed to be with. Because what I'm also picking up here with this jealousy reverse is some abuse here. Maybe even in the past, some physical abuse. Um, some abuse that made you feel like you're not worthy of being all that you are, made you feel guilty to show up in the world. It could be mental abuse, verbal abuse, spiritual abuse. You don't have to put up with that. It's like because you have pretty privilege, you have to put up with being put down or being ostracized and isolated and not showing your personality and taking a back seat. No, no. And not choosing or being with the person you actually deserve to be with. No, that would be up to you. Okay. So I'm seeing here also women, relationships with women. You really want to get along with people so bad. Man, I can't stop you. Nobody can stop you from wanting to get along with people. It really is shitty to not feel like you're capable of getting along with people is only if you hide your curves because people might think you might be so voluptuous that some people might feel like it's vulgar. Their fucking problem. Their pro their problem, not yours. Their problem, not yours. People just be afraid that of the knowing that if you wanted they man, You could have them, but you don't even want what other people got. You want what God has for you. You're a great person. You're not that girl or that guy that people try to make you out to be. And I'm already tired of it. People need to leave you alone. Okay? The next clarification is thought. So we have jealousy, thought, which is a man sitting on a bench, just pondering and thinking. Wow, merriment, reverse. What I'm seeing here is that you may have given up past relationships or people that, or people have interfered with people that you should be with by gossiping about you, backstabbing you, and it could be like women that you have trusted that you thought were your friend. It's messy. And so underneath daughters of Isis is clotting the wound. And it's like it's the type of mess that it's not your fault. But what keeps you involved, or maybe used to keep you involved in the past, was you caring about what these people think and how you should be treated according to other people when you are the one that should set the standard. Start using your throat more. Stand up for yourself. You have to tell these people no. You have to tell them no in your way. You have to figure out your way of communicating. It's interesting here that the magnolia and yellow carnelian here is under your throat chakra. This is an ancient energy here. The magnolia tree, the magnolia genus, when I studied this flower, it's one of my favorite flowers to use for incense. It's the best scent ever. Is one of the oldest plants on the planet, okay, and has survived just floods and ice ages. It's like been here since the beginning of time, and you have that energy within you. And I put these bunnies here and this yellow carnelian here. It's about confidence. It's about your inner knowing, your inner confidence, um, that you can stand the test of time. It's like the strength card here. You have the strength. You have the inner strength to use your throat chakra to express yourself in ways that you need to. I'm seeing wild feminine energy here. I'm seeing somebody's dancing. I'm seeing someone just letting it rip. Get 10 steps ahead of these fools so that you don't have to even talk to them or deal with them, see them, communicate with them. I know that we're all one, and these energies are catalysts for you to move into the energies that you're really deserving of. But I'm sorry, you're better than them. I said it. They know it. That's why they mad. That's why they hate. And they know it when you're also making yourself small. You can't hide all of this. All of this. You know what I'm saying? You can't hide. You can't hide. God made you juicy. God made you attractive. God made you sexy. God made you abundant. God made you naturally fine. God made you naturally beautiful. God made you naturally like a magnet for love. You attract love. And there's just some people that can't get a date off the ground to save their life. And that's not your fault. So you need to start kind of like more laughing at it too. It's like, oh well, like that's honestly how the cookie crumbles and how the soul contracts developed as well. It's like for certain people. It's their soul contract to watch you live your divine energy. And you are here to be a living example of how to do that. Share your beauty secrets. Like seriously, get in front of the camera. Don't stay behind the camera. Share your beauty. Beauty goals are you. Be it, embody it, take ownership of it. Because when you do, people won't bother you no more. Because it'll just feel good for you to be comfortable in your own skin. You're like, yeah, I'm beautiful. Because it ain't no thing. But I know it means a lot in this physical realm. If you know it's an illusion, if you know this life is an illusion, this world's an illusion, why do you let it get to you? why do you allow your beauty, your voluptuous body to be taken so seriously, even by you? Stop taking it so seriously. Have fun with it. All of it's supposed to be a game. This is fun. This is the role you're playing. This is your main character energy here. Okay? You will find your tribe, and you are, it looks like, the tribe leader, actually. You're afraid to embody it because you got hating ass bitches around you or whatever. um but you can if you want to, and you maybe you need to figure out how to embody that. And a lot of times it's a somatic thing, to where you're not used to feeling good, and so anytime you do feel good, it feels like a zap of tension, and you like want to hide or whatever. And how you would ease that is just through meditation every day, because meditation, or doing Pilates, or doing yoga, it'll give you, you need feel goods to run through your body gently, a little bit at a time, every day, consistently feeling good. Okay? You've never been allowed, it looks like, to really feel good in that home, in your own skin. It's not fair. But it's going to be up to you. It's going to be up to you, my dear heart, to allow that to happen. Okay? And maybe you got to stop being so sweet. That's also what I'm hearing. Got to give up that image that, like, you're the sweetest around. You can't be sweet to everybody because people don't appreciate that shit. All right. Thank you so much, Pal 3. Okay. Now we're going to move on to Pal number 4. Pleasure zone. I expect for this to be X-rated for some reason. So put your kids up. Put the kiddies away. Okay? If your pleasure zone could speak to you about your love life, what would it say? Uh-oh. Well, I want to know. I'm nosy right now, since we're talking about it. It's one of my favorite subjects to discuss. All right? Your pleasure zone. If your stuck energy could speak through your pleasure zone, what would she say? This should be a lot of fun and very interesting. Your pleasure zone. If your pleasure zone could speak about your love life, what would she say? Wow. Your pleasure zone could speak about your love life. This is very interesting. Wasn't expecting these cards. Pleasure zone. You're stuck. So we have the black sheep and the llama reversed. Quantum leap. The messages I'm getting are crazy. Carousel. If your pleasure zone. Man, there's some things I just don't want to say. Here we are. I'm the one that's channeling this, so I can do this. All right. Looks like this is for someone or some people who have felt like they have to hide their sexuality in some way, or hide who or what they're actually really attracted to. Um and may have a lifestyle to where they're hopping in and out of bed with in karmic relationships because they haven't accepted their own sexuality yet, or accepted how other people might view their sexuality. So it's just kind of like this carousel of repeat type of sexual partners or whatever. And it doesn't look like it makes you feel good to hide or feel like you're what you're attracted to isn't good enough to be shown, or maybe you have been treated like this in the past, like hidden, unrequited love, they call it, like when you're not able to fully live out your love affair in the way that you would like because of, misalignment, people being ashamed of themselves here. I'm seeing some shame here in choices when it comes to how you have handled your pleasure zone or who you have been with. I need more clarification. Interesting. There's a really deep need for self-acceptance here of what you're attracted to. Okay? And because wow, if we look at this sheep and this llama, right? One's taller, one's shorter, one's black, one's yellow. It doesn't have to be about being gay. Like sometimes people won't be with who they really want to be with. My nose is started because it's not going to be accepted by a group of people, family, society. You could be a highly sensitive person. This is what I'm picking up. A highly sensitive person that people overlook. They really want to be with you, and maybe you've gotten this a lot. I really want to be with you. I love you, but I can't be with you because of what it would make me look like to society. Like I want to be with someone who is more conventional. This is about unconventionality, living more free in a sense of freedom. Okay. And also shame and hiding who you are, and or people hiding your identity or wanting you to hide your identity in order to be with them. And it's cause for you to maybe leap in and out of relationships, like being in codependent relationships where the karmic um, lessons repeat over and over again. It seems like you can't get away from a certain karmic lesson when it comes to your relationship. And it's like really black sheep energy type of shame that needs to be released. And so then we have bathing in cosmic waters reverse. There's a really deep need for you to cleanse and get away from people and energies for a while that are not for your highest and best good. Anyone that looks at you like you're not worthy of love and deserving of abuse and deserving to be isolated and not deserving to. That rooster is loud as hell. It's a signal. Um, mhm. They do this. The other roosters are responding, like, oh, the roosters across the community are talking back and forth to each other. All right. Um, okay. You are deserving of love, regardless of how different you are. This is a very subconscious energy that looks like it's passed down from childhood because the black sheep and the llama is about someone trying to find their path, their family, and their tribe. And a lot of times we look for love in all the wrong places on our way until we figure out our worth and that we don't have to give our love away to someone who isn't proud to be with you. That's what I wanted to say before that rooster started interrupting me. Whoever you're with, okay, your pleasure zone would say, should be proud to be with you. Not just in bed, but all the way, like holistically. Proud of you. And I'm going to say it. You know what I'm about to say. In order for you to attract someone who's proud of you, you have to be proud of you. Yes. Okay. So we have quantum leap, and then we have magic of the divine. Interesting. So when it comes to your pleasure zone, what are these two energies giving here? Because what I want to say is that you got that good, good. And it looks like you give it away to people who have moved on fast, maybe. But they always come back, though. Let me see. I want clarification about the pleasure zone with the quantum leap and the magic of the divine. Unexpected joy, and then malady, just like I was saying. You got some good loving, okay? You're a great lover. You're a great catch. You're a great friend. You're a wonderful person to be with. And you don't even really get a chance to enjoy that you're that person, because you have been with people who haven't been proud of you. And uh, it's not good. That's not a good feeling. You deserve way more, way better than that. I'm so sorry, you know, for anybody that have had these experiences. I've had these experiences as well, to where um I remember my first long-term relationship, okay? We were together 3 years. By the time the 3 years, I was about to go, and I was in the shadow of my Saturn return. And man, my awakening was heavy on me. And I wanted more of myself. And I had part of that has been a journey of my hair, of me releasing having permed hair. You know, I shaved my head, and when he got home from work, he act like I had changed my heart, right? Because I used to spend like hundreds of dollars on human hair for micros and getting my nails done. I look like a Bratz doll. Getting my nails done every 2 weeks, getting my toes done. Like it was just a thing. Like I had to be cute. And I started changing that focus. Like I gave away all my heels to my sisters. I didn't want to be uncomfortable anymore. Like I wanted to be comfortable in my own skin, and I wanted to feel comfortable in my own skin, and I wanted to know what my natural hair looked like. And so as I began to become more authentic, he was less interested in me, which hurt my feelings, because I was like, oh, so you was only with me because of how I looked on the outside? I didn't even know. I was like, well, damn, that was a revelation, right? And I'm saying that to just to share and be able to relate to that feeling like somebody's not proud of you. Like I wanted him to be proud of me for what I was proud of me about. So that relationship had to come to its natural end, you know, because I wasn't giving up the adventure that I was about to go on. It seemed like it didn't seem like I was at a crossroads in that relationship. It's like everybody thought we were about to get married, and here I go going on this awakening tour. And kind of took a leap there, and what some people would say ruined my life or something. No, I was adding to my life, adding to the joy of my life and my experience. I don't regret it. And so you need to take pride in yourself, who you are. Don't try to change, hide. Don't let people hide you. If you are a different, not conventional type of person, and someone can appreciate you, stop giving it up. This is what I'm seeing here. You got some good here going on, and you don't really want short-term relationships. You don't like flings. You don't want to be hopping in bed with other people. But it's like when you give it away, your sex, your pleasure zone away, it's putting you in that position. This is the lesson that you keep having to go through over and over again. you're going to have to set some boundaries that maybe you don't want to set, because it looks like you're a very sexual person. And it's like, man, I can relate when it comes to love and intimacy. I love sharing my soul with people. Um, it feels free, it feels natural, it feels good. Yet everyone doesn't have a soul to offer me to share back. And B, some people just want to compete and compare, and that's not soulful at all, you know. And so I have to be discerning as to who I share my soul with. And some people might feel left out, you know, because I'll be in a group and I'll be like, one Valentine's Day card for you, one for you, and none for Megan Wiener. Like, you have to ration that good out. Okay, so we have carousel and animal communication underneath that carousel energy. This is interesting. What? Not animal communication for the pleasure zone. Animal communication. What that means? Animal communication when it comes to the pleasure zone and what it has to say about love. Ooh. Okay. Wow. So maybe you might be into tantra or just like some other shit. Lover. Lover is coming out there. Look at what he has on. See, I don't know what his malfunction is. Interesting. But he might be killing the game and I just don't know it. Lover. See, if somebody really truly cares and wants to be with you, they have to care about the things that you care about. What you've been lacking here is really deep intimacy, and a lot of your what would turn you on sexually doesn't get fulfilled. It's like you're fulfilling other people sexually and you're not being fulfilled sexually. That's not fair. Okay? Um ecclesiastic reversed. I wonder why. Desire. Okay. All right. So actually, you're actually a very wild, freaky person. This is what I'm saying, hearing. Um, and you're not supposed to give that away to here today, gone tomorrow people. Okay. Spirit realm wants you to know that your divine pleasure zone here, because it's giving what needs to be gave. You shouldn't have to hide your level of freakiness, but you also shouldn't have to give it to people who don't really love you, respect you, honor you, are proud of you either. Yet, you can do that if you want to. But does it feel good? It doesn't feel good to know that you've been with or are with a person or people who don't really honor and respect who you are and what you're becoming. And it feels kind of like a waste of like your divine uh pleasure zone energy here. It's a good way to talk about sex, right? I'm hearing a song by Prince, You Need Another Lover, like you need a hole in your head. Okay, why is that though? I feel like some things aren't clear all the way. Because I'm blocking some things, I think, because I'm afraid of this reading a little bit. I feel like I'm stepping in a territory here. Okay? I'm stepping in a territory here. You also need to watch out just for diseases for yourself. It's like in your quest to find the perfect lover for you, Okay, you need to. Have y'all read that book by Clarissa Pinkola Estes? Um, the wild the women who run with the wolves. At the beginning of the book, she talks about how oftentimes the wild feminine energy has been locked up in a cage most of their life, domesticated, being taught that they should follow religious order when it comes to their sexuality, when it comes to their lifestyle. Like you have to be, you know, cutesy, demure, and mindful or whatever. Um, And it looks like a bit of a rebellion here towards that. So you see, we have merriment in reverse. It's like you're like, I don't got to follow religion in order to be considered a human being or whatever. Okay. Uh, and so in the book, I'm trying to stay on track mentally. In the book, in the woman who run with the wolf, she talks about you being locked in a cage, your wild feminine energy being locked in a cage. When that cage is open, there's a tendency to go wild, buck wild, and just, like when you've been locked up and you have this desire here, because we have desire here. You have sexual desire here. Um, she says the advice she gives is to put boundaries around yourself so that you're safe. Like always wear a condom, you know, like one of my rules, I had a short whole phase, um, because my friends encouraged me to try casual sex because I always like waited till I was in a relationship to have sex, because not for religious reasons, but because I know myself and that casual sex isn't the tea. I told you I like intimacy, I like soulfulness, and that usually is something that is built over time. So my rule though, when I did experience casual sex, was that I had to have a connection with this person. Like I had to like like them as a person, enjoy talking to them, enjoy and it has to be vice versa. Like you need to set some type of rules for yourself so that you can feel empowered. That's what's happening here. Because there's a little bit of shame from feeling sometimes disempowered by some of the encounters that you've had, and you don't have to go through that. There's two male energies here. There's three actually. Okay, so it looks like we have maybe an unconventional way of being in relationship in society, polyamory. So we have a couple here, and then we have three men here. So it could be a woman who, um, and what's the opposite of polygamy? I forgot the word for it. It could be a woman that has multiple relationships with men, and of course, in our society, that's looked down upon, and you may be afraid of being isolated, kicked out of certain parts of society for loving who you love and doing the things that you guys are wanting to do out in the world together. Okay, all right. That's just going to be what it is. Like you have to learn how to cope with that. And also, I'm seeing experimentation here. You're seeing what you like, what you don't like, what you want, what you don't want, what works for you, and what doesn't. This reading is basically saying, giving you a warning of what may not be working for you when it comes to your pleasures. Nobody that shame makes you feel shame towards yourself, and then you will have to notice it, because a lot of times shame is like a second skin. You don't even realize what you are ashamed of about yourself until it gets pointed out, or you are made to feel a hit, like ugh, you know. And nobody can make you feel something that's not already within you. That's what triggers are. A trigger is when someone hits a button that's already there to be pushed. So anytime you feel shame, honestly, it's an opportunity to face it, heal it, release it, and then you won't continue to go around this karmic carousel here. This has been a very fun and interesting session and reading here. I appreciate you guys for letting me into this sacred space with you. I've thoroughly, really, truly had fun with this session, and I would like to thank the divine for giving me these downloads, this idea, because sometimes I am afraid that the readings will be so heavy and draining, and then it makes me not want to do it. But this wasn't draining at all. So feel free to join me in anytime I'm live or on my website, on my Patreon, and to purchase any of the products, shirts, hoodies, Feminine Christ. That's the oldest one I made. The newest one is called newest design for the hoodies is Fall into the Hole. Okay. And so I look forward to talking to you guys again fairly soon. Peace to you. Bye for now.